Yeah, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. My first experience actually was in 2007 when I was in England. And at that time, it came as a huge shock. I guess it always comes as a shock anyway, because it doesn't give you any warning. And I was just going to sleep at night. I feel this huge lump on my breast, which I'd never felt before that day. And I'm like, what? And it was very painful, actually. And it really caught me unawares. So I got up and I felt it. And I realized this thing was huge. It was like a big plum in my left breast, right here. So I knew this isn't good news. I shared it with my daughter, and the next morning I didn't go to work. First thing I did was go to my GP, who after an examination confirmed that this definitely is something that I haven't had the biopsy yet at that point, but she confirmed that it's not looking good. And the first question she asked me, I still remember, was, do you have faith? And I told her, yes, I do. I'm a practicing Christian. So she told me, you're going to need that. And I found that very significant. And after the biopsy, it was confirmed that it was a malignant tumor. And it really cut me. It transpired that my cancer was actually stage 0. So I didn't require any chemotherapy. I didn't require any radiation therapy. All I required was mastectomy. And I was put through the process. I went for the mastectomy. And before I went, the doctor asked me whether I would like to have reconstructive surgery on the same day, which I agreed to, because at that point, I was not yet 50, although to young people 50 sounds old, but I considered myself pretty young. So I didn't see how I would walk around with one missing breast. So I agreed to that, and I went through the procedure. They did a mastectomy plus reconstructive surgery the same day. And after that, it was just a process of recovery. So that's all I had to take care of. And thereafter, for the next 13 years, I was fine. And I started to relax. And then, out of the blue, again, one day, I'm just going to sleep, and I feel this lump in the same breast. I was horrified, absolutely and totally horrified. Because I felt I got away with it one time. I'm definitely not getting away with it this time. So anyway, upon self-examination, brief self-examination, I realized there was not just one lump, there was 2 lumps. And they were huge lumps. Again, I was again devastated. And the next morning, what I did was, it happened to be the month of October, and there were all these campaigns for breast cancer screening. So I went for a screening. The doctor examined me and said, Rose, I think this is cancer, and I think it's a recurrence. So I said, okay, and she told me, now you'll need to go for an ultrasound so that we can confirm further. And this was around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I picked up my bag and dashed straight down to the laboratory to get an ultrasound done. The very next day, I went to see a breast specialist. And this is where the biopsy now told me that not only do I have breast cancer, a recurrence, but I'm now a stage 4. Stage 4 means it is terminal. Terminal means you cannot get surgery. It serves no purpose. because the cancer has already left the original place and moved within the body. Mine had moved to the liver. So I needed to get advice on how to deal with this. I went to see an oncologist who took me through the process and procedure and advised me that at this point, surgery is a no-go because it will not help you. So what we are dealing with is trying to give you treatment that will control the disease, control the growth of the tumors, the spread of the tumors, and also, because mine turned out to be hormone receptive, control the hormones, because the hormones are the ones that are feeding the tumors. So now they needed to control the hormones. So I started on treatment from that point.